it can cause some drama in your life that you're not ready for. What if it goes back to your husband that you're trashing him and you're trashing your co-wife, and she didn't do much to you except for exist for the fact of her marrying someone you were already married to? Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nyla, one of the co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. And I want you guys to come and chat with me. Well, we're going to chat a little bit today about polygyny and how running our mouths too much can actually destroy our marriages, pretty much loose lips sinking ships in polygyny. But first, I got to water my babies because I ain't do that yet. So you can come along with me for a second while we talk about that. This one needs water. I watered the other one. Oopsies. So, yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to go over here and water my other plants because we don't want them to be all dry. All right. I'm going to put this down here. And just come and have a seat with me. Alrighty. So, here's the deal. Loose lips sinking ships in polygyny, or just running our mouths a little too much when it comes to what we have going on, whether it's some issues that we may have, some challenges, or just pretty much talking to the wrong people or giving too much information to people that we love, just things like that. It can be detrimental to your marriage. And then later on, I'm going to tell you how to be able to spot when you're doing that, because I'm not going to say that we are, perfect. I'm not going to say that I have never done it, because we all can have that happen to us some point in time in our lives where we found out that, I shouldn't have told that person this information, or this was the wrong person to talk to about that, or I was just mad and I kind of just, had logorrhea, or, what they say, diarrhea of the mouth. Excuse me. Or I had logorrhea, or what they call diarrhea of the mouth. I just talked a little too much about something that I just should have shut my mouth about. And I've noticed how dramatic and how traumatic that can be in marriages, in relationships. And let me give you a few examples. One is when you are talking to your friends about how upset you are with your husband, how upset you are about him marrying again, or you're thinking that it's funny to talk about your co-wife and crack jokes about her, or just cause a lot of these issues because you have a friend, you have somebody that you can chat with, that you feel that you can confide in and things like that. But you have to realize that when you are constantly spewing negativity, regardless of if you think it's going to make you feel better, when you're constantly putting out negativity is going to come back to you. You can have that person who you think you can confide in go running off at the mouth and telling people what you told them, even if they were enjoying the conversation with you and cat, hee, ha, ha, right along with you, talking about your co-wife as well. But all in all, you're making your family look bad because you're part of that family. You're not making your co-wife look bad. You're making yourself look bad because you're talking about somebody who supposed to be a sister to you, whether they're part of your family, but not even just that. But if you're Muslim, that's your sister in Islam. That's your sister in the deen. If you're not Muslim and you're talking about somebody, that just looks like, it can look like jealousy or envy. It can look like you're insecure. It can look like that you can't be trusted because one minute you may be talking to this person, they may see you talking to this person and being kind with this person, and the next minute you're talking about them and disrespecting them. And then it starts to have people wonder, can you be trusted? Are you a good person to be around? So that's what I mean by the negativity will come right back to you. So we have to be really careful about letting our mouths cash a check that our butts or anything else can't cash. And usually people use that saying, and they use that saying because they're like, oh, somebody want to fight them or something. No, I'm not talking about that. Saying that it can cause some drama in your life that you're not ready for. What if it goes back to your husband that you're trashing him and you're trashing your co-wife, and she didn't do much to you except for exist for the fact of her marrying someone you were already married to? That looks like you're destroying something from the inside. That looks like you're not down with the team. And I'm not saying that you got to be all gung-ho for their marriage or anything like that. The thing is, we talk about minding our own marriages, and one marriage is that marriage and the other one is the other. But if you are disrespecting a person or degrading them and just talking bad and negatively about them, in addition to your husband, someone that you actually are married to, then that in itself can look bad. You think that's something that he's going to like? A lot of women who do that, I'm not saying a lot of women do that, a lot of women who do that find it really hard to believe that that was the reason why their husbands stopped communicating with them or stopped doing nice things for them, even though they want to and try to, because they want to kind of be balanced and they want to. And I'm talking about men. We're talking about men who want to be better. Every time it seems like I have to give a disclaimer in the videos that we're not talking about people who are uncaring or who are tyrants or anything like that. We're talking about men who are trying to expand their family, men who are leaders, men who are kings, men who are responsible and mature. They want what's best for their families, and they're understanding that they can expand their family by marrying again. So they're married to a person who they respect, who they love, because people don't want to see that. They think any other marriage other than the first can't have any love there. It has to be for sexual reasons or something on the lines of that. No connections or anything. But if you are marrying someone, you do marry someone that you either are connected with or you're trying to connect with. You're trying to grow with and build with. That's usually the case. And that goes for first, second, third, fourth, especially in polygyny because we go up to 4. But, others, they don't have a limit, so it could be more than that for other religions. However, if he starts to see that you are being devious, that would be a thing that say, you know what, why do it hurts the relationship. It hurts your relationship. So it's not about that marriage, that other marriage that caused the drama in your life. It could be your mouth causing drama in your life. And that goes for incoming wives too. You're talking negative about your co-wife, who's the first wife, even if she's done something wrong, and that goes both sides, even if your co-wife on the other end done something wrong to you, that's none of other people's business. It's really not. If they can't help the situation and all they're going to do is keep rolling on the negative energy, it's going to make it bad and detrimental for those involved, and you included. So we don't want to sink our ship in our marriage by running our mouths, by going and confiding in people, or having a laugh fest and a bash fest with some friends of ours that we think have our back. Because if they really have your back, they'll say, you know what, sis, let's not do this negativity. Let's talk about some good stuff. Let's go do something fun. Or they'll say, you know what, sis, you much better than that. You great. You're amazing. Let's not, look ugly. They'd be like, oh, insecurity is showing and it's not a good look on you. Those are friends, not the ones that say, girl, you know what she did? Look fat. You know what, girl? Look at them. What type of kimar she got on her head? What type of scarf she got on her head? Oh my gosh, it looked dusty. Stuff like that. That's not a friend. A friend is a person that's going to tell you about yourself, is going to help you see the good in you, and it's going to help you bring out the good in you. And then another thing about loose lips sinking ships is when you talk negatively to your children about polygyny, whether it's about your husband, whether it's about your co-wife. And I said, it doesn't matter if you're first wife or second wife, it doesn't, or third wife or fourth, it doesn't matter. If you're talking negatively to the kids or around the kids, that is detrimental, because then the kids are going to see that. The kids are going to start acting a certain way or believing a certain thing based on your experiences, based on what you put out there, not their own. Based on what you want to put out there and feed to them. And if it's negative, then you're constantly spewing that negativity. And then they start to become negative. And then later on, they may find out they were only negative because you were. Because they only followed your lead. Then they follow your lead, and then they say, you know what, this isn't right. Then they start looking at you as the bad guy. Once again, there's no winning in that. You lose. Your ship is sunk. And then you have to find some way to rebuild and dig out of that mess that you created. We are adults here. Being grown is a responsibility. And all of us who say, I'm grown, I'm an adult, I'm this, I'm that, we have to sit here and say, you know what? Are we acting grown? Are we becoming grown? Are we exuding our grownness? Meaning, are we exuding our maturity? Are we being mature? Are we working on our maturity? Or are we still acting like we're in grade school? Or are we still acting like that we're kind of in high school where we're with the mean girls clique? Or we want to be in the popular club. So we're so popular that we can disregard and dismiss those little peons underneath us. That's not being responsible. That's not being intelligent. That's not being mature. And we know that. We know that. So being able to recognize when you're slipping up and as the tongue starts wagging and talking a little too much and is negative, know that that's from Shaitan, the devil, Satan, whatever you want to call it. And say, woo, let me not destroy my marriage, because that's what he wants anyway. He wants to destroy my relationships, whether it's with my husband, whether it's with my children, whether it's with my friends, whether it's with my sister in Islam, if you're Muslim, or whether it's with my co-wife. And I need to step back. If I'm feeling insecure, because we have to ask ourselves, why am I running off at the mouth of something negative? Am I insecure? Am I jealous? And if I am jealous, why am I jealous? Let me find some good things about me that I can be proud of, instead of trying to destroy someone else's home, someone else's, let me stop tearing down somebody else's bridge to make mine look amazing. Let me just continue to build on mine so mine can be amazing. We all can just have amazing bridges together. And yes, that's Coach Nyla saying that there's a solution for it. I'm a solution. I focus on the solutions, not the problems. I know that the challenges are there. So I acknowledge them, but I'm not going to focus on them. And that's what I know that you're capable of doing too. Focusing on the solution, not the problem. Focus on the solution, not the challenge. The challenge to build you up, not tear you down, and you shouldn't also use it to tear others down. Okay? Thanks for sitting down and chatting with me and watering my plants with me and all that other good stuff. Hope you guys have some good information from this chat. And until next time, make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. You want more information and how to just dig deep into your personal development and have a fulfilled marriage, whether you're in monogamy or polygyny. Check us out, outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. and also look at our polygyny masterclass or polygamy masterclass. The links are in the description. And until next time, make sure you share this video because sharing is caring. And I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Pardon the interruption. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that you could thrive better in a community that's more supportive? Now, I already know the answer to that. But did you know that Outstanding Personal Relationships actually has a community that is supportive and where we really hang out a lot? It has a number of areas and things like, for example, I deal with the men in the Kings and Men section where we discuss a number of different men issues, whether it's polygyny related, parenting related, whatever it may be. This is where we communicate and connect.
And as an introvert, I love the idea of an online community. So we have that. And to be able to speak with like-minded people, speak with other wives, wives, whether you're incoming wife, whether you're a first wife, you're a wife, period, in general, you only practicing monogamy, whatever the case may be, to be able to be in a community with people who understand what you're going through, understand any type of issues you have, and also being in a place where you have support from others, where it's not all over social media for everybody else to see.
Yes, and it is a safe space. So if you guys want to see us or if you want to connect with us, come to our community.
Indeed. And like they said, it's private. All right. So you don't have to worry about your stuff being all over the place or all on social media. Try to find the comments and go scroll. We have the subjects. We have all this type of stuff. Just go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. Look on the top of the page. Click on community. We look forward to seeing you there. Back to the video.